What's going on, everybody? Today we've got a very fun video for you here on the channel. Today I'm going to be walking you through how to have possibly the most fun within an FM save, and that is by creating your own club. Now there are two different ways to do it. I will be showcasing both of them because those of you that play on console, you won't have access to the FM editor. You will have to do it the other way, which is within the game. So I'll be covering both ways for you all today in today's video. I will also be showing off some custom clubs that I personally have created, especially the 3 that I have done this year, because I'll be dropping one of them with this video. So if you guys are interested in downloading them, I'll be linking my Discord down below in the description where you are going to be able to download them from. But now, with that being said, without further ado, let's get into today's video. So, the first way that we're going to cover is the one that is way more in depth, and that is using the FM editor. We currently see on screen, I have the FM editor pulled up. You have access to it through Steam, or I'm pretty sure you get access to it if you also buy it off Epic Games and all that as well. But in order to create your own custom club, or even players, cities, competitions, all that good stuff, you are going to be utilizing the database side right over here on the left side of the app. And what you will do to create a club is you will go to the club tab, and then you're going to click add. I have already created a club, so we're just going to use this as the example. So when creating the club, you're going to be given an ID. That is what you're going to need to have either written down or saved like on Notepad on your PC, so that you know, okay, this is the ID number I have to link with the logo so that they'll be popping up within the game for you. And every club needs a name, so you're going to have to come up with the full name, a short name, 6-letter, 3-letter, all the abbreviations, all that good stuff, along with a nickname and even a hashtag that they can utilize within the social media portion of FM. One thing you will want to make sure that you do not tick is extinct. If you tick extinct, they will not be playable. Now, when it comes to the nation, you are going to be able to literally put them wherever you would like to put them. You can hit this drop down, hit search, and you can either just scroll through here and find the countries. England's not that far down. USA also not that far down, or even Japan, because I know a lot of people will probably want to kind of create clubs within countries like that. I mean, Germany, Spain, right up there immediately. Or if you want to search for a country, you just hit add condition, name, and then you type in the name here and they'll pop up. You will then also need to pick the city that they will be based in as well. And when you see foreground color and background color, essentially what that does is within the game, there is like the background color for your club. So like here with Scunthorpe, you can see up here, it is that maroon color. Whereas for Wakefield Athletic FC, the club that I created, I have it as white and black. So the color up here will be black. So when you're looking at these, just know that is kind of for aesthetic reasons. The foreground color will be the text color, and then the background color is that color that kind of adds to the background. Now, for year founded, you're going to want to make sure, especially for this year in FM24, that you have it as 2023, or else they're not going to pop up. If you're in previous versions, you just go with the year prior. So if it's FM22, you put it as 21. And one cool thing that you can do with the clubs is decide whether they're going to be professional right away, semi-professional, amateur, or always amateur, to where if you're trying to kind of create a university, you always have amateur players trying to win something. And you can even put limitations on minimum and maximum age of players at the club. You'll have morale, reputation, all that good stuff. And it gives you the scale down here of what you can have as the minimum and the maximum as well. Now, one thing that you do not have to really set yourself, as it will kind of set it for you, is reserve teams. You can add in B teams, U23s, U21s, U18s, U19s, all that will already be added in for you depending on what countries you're managing in. You can also pick your ownership of the club. So if you want a chairperson, president, general manager, founder, you can choose, as well as what type of ownership the club has. You can instill election dates, a max length of term, and even stop outside takeovers. So if you want the same ownership the entire time, if you decide to kind of customize this and you want that same ownership the entire time, all you have to do is tick that box and it will stop the outside takeovers. When it comes to your stadium, you can also create a stadium just like you create a club. I have done so not only for my stadium, but for the training ground as well. And you can set everything here. Also, you'll even be able to set your balance and transfer budget off the rip. Decide if you have a sugar daddy or not. And you can even go under other income, which is under the finances tab, and put in what type of finances your club is going to have over the years, or income your club's going to have over the years. For me personally, with this club, I decided to put it on a 10-year basis. And what you will do is put it up to the total value that your club will make over that period of time. So if it's over a 1-year period of time, it will be much lower compared to what it might be over a 10-year period of time. You will have to decide what league your club is going to go in to immediately upon entering your FM world. For this club, they will be going into the Vanarama National League North, so I had to remove a club from the Vanarama National League North. And how you do this is you will once again be in that clubs tab. You will then search up a club in Vanarama National League North. For me, I'm just going to go ahead and look up Farsley Celtic since they're in the same league. And then all you do is click on them, and then you would click remove. They would then be deleted, and you would take their spot in the league. You'll be able to customize supporter profiles and choose how loyal they are, how passionate they are, if they'll have patience with you, as well as supporter objectives, deciding what type of style of football they want you to play, or if they even want you to develop players through the youth system. Once again, there is that kind of importance rating to where you have a minimum and maximum on the scale of what you can set it as. You'll also be able to decide what type of contract types you will have with your players. Being that this is a professional level side, everyone will be full-time. If you have it as semi-professional, some player roles, some staff roles, they will be full-time, others may be part-time. Now we get to where that ID number comes into play. It will be under the pictures section. Notice how it says icon, logo, home away, and third jersey. You will have to use this ID number right here for all of those. However, these ID numbers are only for if you are utilizing custom images. So custom club logos or kits, whether they're 2D or 3D, you will need to know this ID number. If you don't plan on using custom images for them, you will have a way to kind of make your kits how you want them to look. You'll have the home jersey set up, the away one. The third, you will have to add in yourself, and all you do is hit add up here, and then it'll add another thing. And you'll need to add, I believe it is 5 of them, so that you can then select the jersey, icon, text, shorts, and socks to make up the entire kit. For goalie kits as well, you will have to do the same thing that you do with the third kit, not only for the home, but the away and the third as well for them. So if you're utilizing those custom images, you're going to need to make a config file to put in a folder with that image. The config file will look something like this. This is for your logo. There will be 2 different sizes that you need for those logos as well. I'll be putting it up on screen right now. For the normal logo, it will be 250 by 250. That is what you need to have the size as. For the smaller icons, it is 25 by 25. That is how they will be able to pop up within the game so that they're not too big. Within the config file though, this is where you need that ID number. You are going to put the ID number in right here. This is where it goes for the first portion, and then you will need it here for the second portion as well. If you have done this portion correctly, along with having the ID number on the logo, it will then pop up within the game for you right here, looking completely normal how it should. Now, to make all your lives easier when it comes to this config file stuff, I'm going to have it done in a kind of download file below for you guys, so you guys are able to download the config files and then basically just edit in your club ID numbers onto it, so then you don't have to go about and try and figure out how to actually write the code yourself. I'll be doing that not only for the logos, but for kits for 2D and 3D as well. Now, another thing that you can do to go even more in depth, and if you want to spend a whole lot of time and make it as kind of fully customized to your liking as possible, is also create players, board members, staff members, all that stuff. And you'll be doing the same thing like creating a club, creating a stadium. You'll go down to the people tab and then you'll hit add player, non-player, player, non-player, all of that. Even if you want to make refs, you can do that too. Which for this club, I have actually done this. So there's a whole bunch of staff members where you can kind of choose the current ability and potential ability of them along with their roles. And you can also do that with players, like I said, which I have done most of the squad already, which I still have to do the U21s and U18s for full release for this video when it comes out to all of you today. So hopefully I do have it done in time. I probably should. And like I said, if you wish to download it, link will be down below in the description to my Discord. But just like with kits and logos, they also are going to need a config file as well so that you get images, if you choose to use them, to pop up. If not, it's just going to be like a black silhouette outline of someone. And once again, those players and staff members will have ID numbers that you will need to put into specific areas, once again, within the config file for it to work. And if you do it correctly, they will pop up looking like this, making it look pretty realistic. But you don't have to do this step. This is just if you want it to be super realistic within your save so that you're not looking at a black silhouette if you choose to make custom players. Now, when it comes to having these custom images, you might not want to do it yourself. If you are good at doing this stuff on your own, definitely feel free to do it. That is awesome. It just makes it feel even more of your own creation in doing so. But if you would like to kind of reach out to people within the FM community for people that can either do logos or kits, there are some people that I do recommend for you. If you're looking for logos and kits, even kit swaps, there's people like Kempy who can do kit swaps for you. Same with Car X, he can do kit swaps, he can make kits, he can also do logos. And then there's also the man that I've done a bunch of work with in the past. His name is Pogowo. You may know him as Pug or even Daryl within the community. They do kits, they do kit swaps, they do thumbnails, they do logos, they do everything. So if you're looking into any of that, definitely feel free to hit up all of them. I'll be putting their links to their Twitters and everything down below, so make sure to check them out. If you don't wish to outsource though, and you kind of want to do it yourself and have a play at things, there are two tools that I recommend trying out. One is the tool that I use to make my kits. It is called fmkitcreator.com. You can not only do FM kits on here, but Pro Evolution Soccer, as well as FIFA kits also, which is actually how you get those 3D ones to work. And it gives you a model, as you can see on screen, that you can kind of rotate, as this is what it will look like within a 3D kit within your FM saves. Now keep in mind, there is a free and paid version of this, but you can definitely utilize the free version just fine. Now the other option is something called Kit Basher. Now Kit Basher is a tool that you will download from FM Scout, and what this essentially does is generates kits for you every season that you want to have new kits. It is a tool that is very in depth. There are videos on how to do it. I personally have never used it, so I'll be popping I believe it's second yellow cards tutorial on how to utilize it down in the description for you guys to check out if you wish to use Kit Basher. But once you have created your club, have your kits, have your logos, all that good stuff done, have it in the folder that it needs to be in for FM24, FM23, whichever game you may be playing, which the correct folder all these need to be in within the game files is the graphics folder, because once I open it up, I have all my graphics here, and then I go down Wakefield FC graphics, and they're all in here, and that is where the game will kind of grab them from and put them in. But once you have all that done, you will need to do two things to make sure everything loads in properly graphically. You will hit the FM up here in the top right. You will then go to Preferences. This will pop up this screen. You will then go down to Reset and clear the cache. You will then say yes. You will then need to reload your skin. And then once it changes the skin and reloads everything for you, everything should pop up correctly if you have done it in the right way, have everything in the right places. Now, for those of you that may be wanting to create your own custom clubs on console, whether you're on Xbox or on PlayStation, this is how you do it. You will hit start a new game, and then you have the option of create a club. You'll then be able to select whatever leagues and everything that you want loaded up so that you have it within that save file for players to kind of sign to your club. Now, what you're going to do at this stage, once you have loaded that up, picked your manager, you will then have whatever leagues you have loaded in. So if you're wanting to put a team within the Premier League, you will then select any team that you want to within the Premier League to replace, because notice, being that I'm on PC, I have the logo pack. All their logos are here. Right here, the logo no longer is the same. So that means that, okay, once you change Newcastle to whatever, they're no longer going to have that logo. You'll then hit create a club. You can use the game generated logo, which are these up here. You have 14 different options to choose from, or you can import your own logo if you are on PC. You'll choose a name, nickname, stadium name, all that stuff, just like you would in the FM editor. You can edit your kit and colors as well. You can then choose to retain the current staff, and even if you want to keep or wipe the club history. So if you're trying to rebrand a club, you can keep the club history, but everything else will change. Now, once you have gone ahead and inputted the name, nickname, all that stuff, chosen the kits, retain the backroom staff, you can then choose your dream squad. Now, what this does, if you are in control of a team and say it's like Newcastle, you can use the budget in place and kind of pick players from other clubs to then have on your team. However, you can obviously clear the squad, and once you clear the squad, no one is there. You can also, once you clear it, choose to autofill the squad, and it will choose a bunch of random players and put them within your side. Or if you do want to clear the squad, you can then go to managerial style and click confirm, create the club, and you'll be able to have a blank slate and just kind of sign whoever you wish. Because by clearing that squad, you will then have the entire transfer budget within your transfer budget and be able to bring in players. So for those of you on console, basically think of this as kind of creating an ultimate team, but within FM. So there we have it for today's video. Hope you all did enjoy. That is how you create clubs either on PC or if you are on console as well. This is a very fun way to kind of bring some new life to FM, because you might get bored of managing the same old teams. Why not create your own club and have your own journey with them within FM? Now, for everyone that I shouted out in this video that can help you kind of bring your club to life with graphics, or even those tools to help you bring to life through the graphics as well, I'll be putting those links down below in the description for you guys to utilize. And I will also have a link to my Discord down below as well, where you guys can download the custom clubs from. There will be 3 of them that you can choose from. One is the one that you saw here in today's video, Wakefield Athletic FC, that is dropping today actually. Then there's also Wembley AFC as well. And if you want to be a bit different and head over to Japan, there's also Kyoto United. All in all, if you have enjoyed today's video, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribing is 100% free, so why not hit that sub button? Right now I'll be popping up my most recent tactic video on screen for you guys to check out. It is absolutely fantastic and one of my favorite 4-2-3 ones I've ever made. But until next time, everyone, have a good one. Bye-bye.